Hi, lovelies. Welcome back. I hope this finds you well. I know that things have changed a lot in the last week. When I made the video last Friday, at that point, nothing had really been shut down. Nobody had really been laid off. Nobody, there wasn't these huge spikes in cases. So I know that collectively we're going through a really tough time with this pandemic right now, and I wanted to take time in today's video to share two things that have been really like lifesavers in keeping me calm and grounded and, not swept up in that panic in these times. Um, so the first thing is just to really realize that uncertainty isn't inherently a bad thing. Our minds love to predict things. They love to know things, love to think they're in control of the universe and in control of our destinies, and that, up here has it locked and loaded. Like, we love to think that's the illusion. But the truth is, the future has always been uncertain. Ever since we were born into this earth, the one guarantee is uncertainty. And yet, a lot of us have a really kind of detrimental attitude towards the very idea of uncertainty, or the word uncertainty, that it means it's bad, it means it's scary, it means it's negative. And I don't see uncertainty like that, because to me, uncertainty just means I get to be open to the new, the fresh, and the helpful in a way that I previously might not have been. It's so easy when we're stuck in these same routines and these same systems and these same ways of being to just think, this is the way things are always going to be. This is the way they are. This is the way they're always going to be. This is how they should be even. That's a common thing that we think, like, this is just how my life should be. But crises of all kinds, whether they're global pandemics or whether they're personal crises of breakups, bankruptcies, personal illness, they offer these moments where that illusion of certainty and of, well, things are solid and things are fixed and things are just the way they are, that illusion gets shattered. And we suddenly are thrust back into the truth of life, which is there is uncertainty, there is the unknown, there is kind of unlimited paths we can take from where we're standing at any moment. But we tend not to see that when we're just in our day-to-day routines of, this is just what I do, this is just who I am, this is just how life is, this is just how life should be. And we can get kind of unconscious in the fact that we just take how life looks at face value. And we forget that we are immensely creative. And we forget that we have so many possibilities. And we forget that we literally stand at any given moment able to go in any direction, instead of just the direction that has been laid out by our minds for us, or even by other people for us. Like, kind of, this is the path I'm going to take. And so, to me, uncertainty is a really beautiful thing, because it brings me back to possibility. It brings me back to creativity. It brings me back to change. The only constant is change. And so when I remember that, when I'm like, holy moly, every day I get to make choices. Every week I get to make choices. Every month, every day that I wake up and I'm still breathing and I'm still, have my health, is a day that I get to make choices and possibilities and do cool things and create things. And I don't just mean creating things in the physical world. I mean creating ideas and systems and, community and all of these things. So while a lot of people are really thrown by the uncertainty, and if that's you, that's okay. Like, I'll link to something I wrote down below, but it's that I wrote yesterday on this, but uncertainty is okay. Stress is okay. Fear is okay. Anything you feel is okay. Resisting it's not going to help. Fighting it's not going to help. Kind of forcing yourself to make your feelings an enemy and push it away and numb it and control and manage it is not going to help. None of that's going to help, but it's okay to feel anything you feel. And for me, to go back to, it's okay if I'm feeling scared by uncertainty. It's okay if I'm feeling unsettled by it, and it is a negative thing. But when I come back to the absolute truth of life, that an uncertain future, the unknown that we step into moment by moment, day by day, week by week, is a chance for us to listen to the responsive intelligence behind our life, to listen to our wisdom, to listen to that place of love, to listen to that place of stillness, then it suddenly becomes a huge blessing that I'm kind of shaken out of my thinking of this is just how my year is going to go, how my business is going to go, how my future is going to go, or how my relationships are going to go, how my time is going to be spent, or whatever it is, and go right back into, oh my God, it's pure possibility. It's pure potential. I can do anything. And so can you. It's something that is inherent in all of us as human beings, that opportunity to go back to the realm where anything and everything is possible. And we get to reimagine and reinvent and go forward with a lot more kind of heart than we might have previously been doing, being led by our mind. And the second big reminder for me is gratitude. And I've made many videos about gratitude now. I tend to make one every Thanksgiving. But for me, gratitude is like the end all be all. Whenever I am in, and it's not even when I'm in I was going to say when I'm in a state of gratitude. It's not even that. It's whenever I'm willing to just kind of let all of the kind of insecurity and fear and stress and all those other thoughts, when all of that just settles and all that just calms, I'm naturally in gratitude. I'll see a news story about, the fact that there was almost 500 new deaths in Italy yesterday due to COVID-19. And I'll come back to, wow, I get to, not only is that not me, not only am I not in a hospital, not only am I healthy, but look at all the things in my life I have to be grateful for. I have amazing people in my life. I have an amazing community. I have amazing friends. I have amazing parents. I have an amazing sibling. I have an amazing partner. I have so much to be grateful for. And I have my health. And I have a place where, yes, I'm self-isolating, but the fact that I get to do that, the fact that I get to spend time at home reading books I want to read, listening to, catching up on podcasts, watching concerts, using the beauty and power of the internet to entertain me and educate me and connect me. I'm like, what a fucking blessing that is. Like, it boggles my mind that there are people that are complaining about having to be in a house with food and shelter and internet and electricity and health. And I'm like, there are so many people around the world that are, sick from this, that have died from this, that are grieving people who have died from this, that, don't have access to food or medicine, that don't have, social services or support, that don't have anyone to check on them, that don't have even the ability to stay home. There are frontline workers that are going and putting their own health at risk for our greater good every single day. And I'm like, holy moly, like that, like just the sheer fact that that is the reality for some people, and that I get to just self-isolate, that's, my part of this is, and not just my whole part. I mean, there are other things we can do, but the fact that the most beneficial thing I can do for the whole right now is to stay at home and connect with people and talk to people and have virtual cups of tea and, like as you can tell, I'm a little bit flabbergasted by the people who don't see this as an opportunity to be grateful for everything we have, for food in the fridge, for health, for connection, for internet, for electricity, for all the things that people all around the world, and not just in light of this pandemic, there are people all around the world who don't have the basics of life. There are millions, probably billions of people living in poverty. There are billions of people who have to do hard, dangerous things all the time. And so frankly, I don't really have any tolerance for people who are like, poor me, I can't go to the bar tonight. Poor me, I can't go to my gym. I have to do a home workout. I'm like, duh! We have so much to be grateful for. If you're watching this video, you have so much to be grateful for. Like the abounds of gratitude, the things, the blessings in our life are just enormous. And of course, it's not meant to judge people who are not feeling gratitude. Like, I get that. I get caught up in scary thoughts too. I get caught up in negativity. We're all going to feel that, and that's all okay. But knowing that we have that solid place to come back to where we have so much to be grateful for, so much, that looking in that direction, looking at our blessings, looking at our opportunities, looking at all of the things that we are not, not having to face, not having to deal with while this pandemic plays out. And that, like I said, it's going to be different for everyone. Maybe you do live in a country where things are a bit worse. Maybe you do live in a country where there's an imposed lockdown. Maybe you live in the state of California, who announced a lockdown last night. Maybe you are a frontline worker, and if so, my heartfelt thank you goes out to you, that you are the true MVPs right now. But I just really think that if we're going to stay sane, if we're going to stay connected, if we're going to stay in our calm, in our clarity, in our balance as we go through this together, we have to look at every little thing we can be grateful for. We have to be looking at, oh my gosh, what an amazing day that I can go on a walk. What an amazing day that I have a body healthy enough to take me on a walk. Amazing that I have internet access. Amazing that I can talk to people virtually and communicate virtually and post things and share things. And I have a heated home and I have food in my fridge. Like, there is so many people who are in that boat and have no gratitude for that, and don't see the blessings that they have. So I think that those two things, looking towards every little thing that anyone has to be grateful for, regardless of the situation they find themselves in, and realizing that uncertainty means pure possibilities, pure potential, pure opportunity. It means that you get to wake up in the morning and look in the direction of, what do I want to do? What do I want to create? Who do I want to support? Who can I help? What can I do to be my part of the whole? That is a way more fundamental, way more helpful, way more loving and wise direction than getting stuck in uncertainty is bad, uncertainty is terrible, this situation is terrible, everything is terrible, and there's no good coming from it. Because there is good coming from it. There is personal good, there is collective good, there is societal good, and that is not to diminish the terrible things that are happening. It is never to say the situation as a whole is good, but in every situation there's an opportunity to focus on the negatives, to focus on, the travel plans that got canceled, the layoffs that happened, the economic uncertainty, the high death toll, the grief, the loss, the pain. We can always look there. We can always focus there. And the news is amazing at only focusing on those things. But we as humans always have a choice. And we can also look to the good, the gratitude, the opportunities, the possibilities, the reimaginings, the silver linings, the amazing things that is happening, whether it's Mother Earth rewilding, whether it's the pollution being cut by drastic levels, whether it's dolphins coming back to the shores of Italy, whether it's the canal running clear, whether it's animals coming back into their habitats because humans have stepped out of those. There are always those two directions to look, towards the negative and towards the positive. And because where attention goes, energy flows, because where we put our attention and focus is what we're going to see more of, if we're looking in the direction of all of the suffering and pain and grief and loss and tragedy that's coming from this crisis, that's what we're going to see, that's what we're going to feel, that's what we're going to experience, and then we're going to see more of it, feel more of it, and get stuck in that loop. But we have every opportunity to shift into the things that we're grateful for. We have every opportunity to see this as something that allows us to slow down, to breathe deep, to reflect, to reconnect, to reach out, and to reimagine together. So as always, if there's anything I can do for you, please reach out to me. You can obviously leave a comment below, and please leave a comment below, whether it's a question, a request, a comment, anything. I love hearing from you guys. But if you don't want it to be public, you can also email me at shannon@evergreeninsight.com. If there's anything I can do for you, if there's anything you need. And in the meantime, I'm sending you all of the love and gratitude in the world. I hope that in this crisis, you're able to really look for the good and see the good and bring out the good in yourself and others, because that's what we need now more than ever. There's never been a better time to look to the best in ourselves and look to the best in each other and bring out the good of the whole. So Thank you for being here. So much love to you. Take care, and I'll speak soon.